Begin recording. Okay. Yes, Anya. Or are we? I'm sorry, are we?
What are the things that we need?
Right now you just need to listen. Are we? Did you have a Anya, did you have a question? No? Okay. All right. So today we are starting a new unit on farm animals. So I'm super excited. You can see behind me there are several farm animals, and that's what our new unit is going to be on. When I think of farm animals, I think of Old MacDonald. Well, this is Farmer McDonald on our farm. You see him with his dog? There's his house, and there's his farm. Raise your hand if you've ever heard of the song, Old MacDonald Had a Farm. Raise your hand if you've ever heard of that. Okay. The next several days, we'll be listening to read-alouds about farms. We'll be learning about why farms are so important. Let's make sure our microphones are muted. Hold on. Raise your hand if you have a question. Yes, Nicole?
I learned Old MacDonald has a farm. Even playing piano.
Very good. Okay, we're going to learn about why farms are so important. We'll be learning about farm animals, including cows, chickens, pigs, and sheep. And we'll also be learning about the different crops that people grow on farms, including corn and wheat. All right, what do we already know about farms? I'm going to do what's called a KWL chart. What we know, what we want to know, and what we have learned. So who can raise their hand and tell me, what do we already know about farms? What do we already know? Smearty? Wash your hands, Emmeline.
They have animals like cows in them.
Okay, they have different animals. And some types of farm animals are cows and what else? Pigs, maybe
horses.
Okay, so we know that farms, I'm going to write this up here. Farms have animals. Okay, what else do we know about farms? Farms have animals. What else? Someone I haven't called on yet this morning. Grant, what else do farms have? Other than animals.
Farm food.
Food. Crops. I'm going to write crops because that's a word that we learned in our plant lesson. So crops. They have crops. Very good. And I'll put like little bullet dots up here. Okay, so farms have animals, crops. Anything else do we know that farms have? Estelle?
A house to live.
Right, and what do the animals live in? On Adeline, what do the animals live in?
The farm.
The barn. The barn. Very good. So there's a barn too. A house and a barn. Very good. Okay, what's something that you don't know about a farm that you want to learn? What's something that you maybe want to learn about a farm that you don't already know? Smearty?
What do pigs eat?
Ooh, what do the farm animals eat? What do the animals eat? So we can say, what do the animals eat? What do the animals eat? Okay. What else do you want to know? Let's do, remember, use your yellow hand button so I make sure I see everyone. Anya, what do you want to know?
How do farmers know the right amount of water for plants?
Ooh, how do they water their plants on a big crop? That is a great question. How do they water crops? Because that's a lot to water, and it doesn't always rain every day. Great question. Okay, we'll stop there and we'll take a look at our read aloud today. We cannot go to a real farm today, but we can travel to a farm in our imagination by listening to this read aloud. Listen carefully to find out about all the different kinds of things found on a farm. So we know that farms have animals, crops, and a barn. We don't know what the animals eat or how they water their crops. Hopefully, by the end of a lot of our lessons, we will have learned something and maybe answered these questions. Let's take a look. Oh. Hello, let me introduce myself. I'm Old MacDonald, and I have a farm. You might already know this because my farm is one of the most well-known farms around. My farm is famous because a few years back, someone decided to make a song about me. The song is all about the animals on my farm and the noises they make. Let's sing one of the verses from the song. Look at some of the animals on the farm, and as I point to it, we're going to sing about them. Are you ready? Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had a cow, E-I-E-I-O. With a moo-moo here and a moo-moo there. Here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo-moo. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Okay, so we did that verse, and it was about a cow. It's true. My farm is a rather noisy place. I have several different kinds of animals here. Each animal makes a different kind of sound. Here are a few of the farm animals I can take care of on my farm. Do you know the sound each animal makes? When I point to the animal, make the sound. Oink. What about this one? Bah. What about this one? Woof, woof, woof. What about this one? What about this one? Cock-a-doodle-doo. Very good. We have moos, oinks, clucks, and baas, just to name a few. We also have woofs. This is my dog, Bingo. There's a song about him too. Maybe you know it. It sounds a lot like the song someone wrote about me. Let's sing Bingo. Raise your hand if you've ever sung Bingo. Okay, let's mute our microphones so we can hear.
It's pretty funny.
It's not. Okay, so there was a farmer who had a dog and Bingo was his name. Oh, B-I-N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh. Bingo helps me out here on the farm. Mostly he keeps me company while I'm out working, but sometimes Bingo helps in other ways. For example, yesterday I accidentally left a gate open and my sheep got out. Bingo chased the sheep back inside the fence. As a farmer, I have many important jobs to do here on the farm, and it's hard to say whether one job is more important than another job. However, if you were able to ask my farm animals, they would tell you that taking care of them is the most important thing I do. After all, farm animals don't take care of themselves. The cows, chickens, pigs, and sheep need a farmer to give them food, water, and shelter. Because as farm animals, they weren't born to live on their own in nature. So right now, what is he giving the cow? What's he giving the cow right now? Food, water, or shelter? Let's do Grant. Grant, is he giving him food, water, or shelter?
Food.
Food, excellent. He's giving the cow hay. What is shelter? Let's talk about that for a minute. See the word shelter up here, and there's a little smiley face inside a house? Shelter is what keeps you safe. It's something that protects the animals from weather and danger. Show me or tell me shelter that you see in the background of this picture. Where's shelter in this picture? Jonyan, where's their shelter?
Where the other animals are.
What do you call that? The barn. The barn. The barn is the animal shelter. Very good. Excuse me while I use my pitchfork to pitch a little hay to one of my cows. She is hungry as always. A pitchfork is this thing right here. It's got it kind of looks like a fork with prongs, but it can stick into the hay and he can shovel it into the cow. This is my barn. Sometimes, especially when it's cold or rainy outside, I bring my farm animals into the barn for shelter. I can also keep my tools and other equipment in the barn. Tools are things that help you do a job. As you can see, I have a lot of tools and equipment. There are many, many jobs to do here on the farm, and each job requires its own tool. I keep hay for the animals up in the hay loft. Do you see the hay loft way up here at the top with the hay in it? And that's my tractor over there. I love to ride my tractor through the fields. Let's take a ride. Can you name some other tools in his farm? Someone raise their hand and tell me other tools that they see in his farm. Adeline, what's a tool that you recognize?
I can see the stick thingy that got...
The pitchfork. The pitchfork. Yeah, there's a tool. What's another tool you recognize? Let's see. Are we? What's another tool we recognize?
That kind of thing, the next to the fourth thing.
Are you talking about this?
Yeah. It's a wheelbarrow.
Yeah, a wheelbarrow. A wheelbarrow. It has a wheel on the front and you can pick it up and push heavy things. Very good. I also see a shovel and a rake. Those might be harder for you to see. There's also a rope. Okay, so let's see Farmer Old MacDonald on his tractor. I grow most of the farm animals' food right here on the farm. On my farm, there are pastures full of green grass for the cows and sheep. Pastures are great big fields of grass. I also planted a harvest crops of corn and wheat in the field. Harvest crops mean to gather plants that have been grown for food. So harvest means to pick plants that have been grown for food. I feed most of these crops to my animals. Farm animals are big eaters, so I need to be sure that they have plenty of feed on hand to keep them healthy and happy. I store extra feed for the farm animals in my silo. Wow, a silo is this great big huge metal thing. This holds all the feed that he needs for his animals. A silo is like a giant can. The silo is full of dried corn, which I will use to make feed for my cows in the winter when there is less grass for them to eat in the pasture. By the way, this is my wife, Mrs. MacDonald, and I have 3 children too. Their names are Delilah, Sadie, and John. You can see our farmhouse in the background. This farm would not run smoothly without Mrs. MacDonald and the children. It takes a whole family to run this farm. You might be surprised to learn that our farm is actually very small compared to some. Sure, we have many different types of animals, and we grow and harvest several different crops, but we don't have nearly as much land as some other farms I will show you. Farmer Brown's farm is less common today. Do most people live on a farm like Farmer Brown, most families? No, it's not. A long time ago, people had to live this way. But nowadays, there aren't as many people that live this way. Yes, Anya?
Is Farmer Brown real?
No, he's a fictional character. Or I keep on calling him Farmer Brown. Old MacDonald is his name, Farmer MacDonald.
Miss Kate?
Yes.
My laptop has 10%.
Okay, honey. Hopefully it'll stay on for the rest. Nicole, do you have a question?
Yes.
I think your computer's freezing a little bit, Nicole. I can't quite hear you now, but we'll come back to you. Okay. Farmers are very important. Most of the food we eat, from hamburgers to carrots to French fries, get its start on a farm. Many kinds of fruits and vegetables come from farms. So see all these fruits and vegetables? And French fries, they all come from farms. We also get milk, cheese, ice cream, and eggs from farms. Which of these foods do you like to eat? Someone raise their hand and share me their favorite that they see up here. Let's do Ryan. What's one of your favorite foods that you see up here?
Ice cream.
Ice cream. That might be a lot of our favorites. Smearty, what's one of your favorite foods?
Ice cream.
Ice cream. Anyone have something other than ice cream that might be their favorite? No? Some do. Johnian, what's your favorite?
Ice cream.
Something other than ice cream. Adeline?
Cheese.
Cheese. Okay.
My favorite is the milk.
That's mine too. I love a glass of milk, especially at night. All right, friends, I wish I could call on every single person, but we're going to move on for a little bit. Hold on, friends. Don't blurt out. Okay, let's move on to the next slide.
I like milk because my family calls me a milk product.
Okay. All right. Bread, cake, cereal, and crackers don't come straight from farms, but there are no farms with cookie trees or bread bushes. Have you ever seen a cookie tree or a bread bush? But the things you need to make the bread and other food comes from farms. Does anyone know what you think you need to make bread and other food? What makes bread? Estelle? Wheat. You're exactly right. Wheat, and that is grown on farms. All kinds of meat come from farms too. Oh my goodness, look at this. I see a turkey, I see ham, bacon, maybe a steak, hamburger, sausage, other kinds of ham, salami, yummy things. Well, I have plenty of work to do today. I need to feed the rest of my animals and water the crops. First, however, I'm gonna fix this latch on this gate so the sheep don't get out again. As soon as I finish my work, I promise to take you on a tour to see some of the other farms and learn all about farming and farm animals. Okay, so that was Farmer McDonald's farm. I have a few questions. Who can tell me one of the animals on his farm? Raise your yellow hand too. Elliot, can you tell me one of the animals on his farm?
Dog.
A dog. You're exactly right, Elliot. A dog is one of the animals on his farm. What's another animal on his farm? Let's do Johnian.
Chicken.
Chickens. We saw chickens on there. Are we?
A pig.
A pig. Very good. Pigs were on there. Nicole?
A sheep.
Sheep and cows. Very good. What are 3 ways Old MacDonald takes care of his animals? What are 3 things he does? Ooh, who can tell me those 3 things? Russell?
Shelter, food, and water.
Shelter, food, and water. Very good. Very, very good. Food, water, and shelter. Those are 3 important things that Farmer McDonald has to do.
And air.
Okay. Well, air is for plants, but yes, farm animals do need air. Okay, let's take back a look at the inside. What is this a picture of? What is this a picture of? Smearty?
All his tools.
All the inside of the farm and all the tools. Very good. Why is it important? Why is the barn an important place? Why is that an important place for Farmer McDonald? What does it provide? Estelle?
Shelter.
It provides shelter for his animals. And what else? What else? Carolyn?
I'm sorry, she's going to the bathroom.
Oh, okay. I just saw her hand up. It provides a place to store all of the important tools he needs for the farm and the hay to feed so many of the animals on the farm. Okay, let's think, pair, share. Would you like to live on a farm? Why or why not? Raise your hand and tell me. Would you like to live on a farm? Why or why not? Grant, I saw you shaking your head. Why wouldn't you want to live on a farm? Unmute your mic so we can hear you.
I just don't wanna.
You just don't want to? I don't think I'd want to do all those chores. Didn't he say he gets up really early in the morning and works really late at night? That's a lot of hard work. Now, some people would love to live on a farm. My daughter loves animals. She wants to be a veterinarian, so she would love to live on a farm. So some people would. Okay. Very good. You guys did a, yes?
I like to be on the farm because it'll be cool to learn how to garden.
It would be cool. That would be cool to do that. Very good. Well, you guys...
This kid, I don't like...
You don't like the farm? Mm-mm.
I do.
Yeah, that's good. Some of us do and some of us don't because we're all different. Now, we are going to stop for today. You guys did an awesome job. I'm going to turn